Canto 9. The Battle of Guinnion. As epic poems never write themselves, for to avenge the exile of King Cor against King Drustan's pack of Pictish elves and Scots of Domnagurt shall Arthur war. His ghost god rides 300 nobles strong upon those restless tides which elevate my song. They met in an idyllic glen underneath Guinnion. Profound faith vitalizing men, for the mother of the sun was likened on his shield. The 10 witches of Albion did run for cover with a banshee shout, pushing their pagan army to the rout. Let's build a church to Mary here and praise her for this day. In strife and fear, ghouls disappear when came the righteous day. Come soldiers, my brave soldiers, kneel beside us, let us pray. Stowan Weedale, 509. Lothian. With the golden belt worn by Cuneda, washed clean of Pictish blood upon the ford, stepping on the next rung of fate's ladder, along the Gala water Arthur rode, through Pict-Slayer hills, his gallant armament beneath the sparkling rills in still procession went. Come to a craggy citadel, with wondrous views surrounding, he gave an all-almighty yell, its echoes wide resounding. This was a promise born in hell, but born on angels' wings. Today we number but 300 horse, one day we shall return with greater force. That night they slept in the old rack where Cerberus made camp. Plans of attack with martial knack he made by oily lamp, then stuffed the scrolls in saddle sacks safe from the Pictish damp. Caramago 509. The Battle of Caledon wood. Slowly through the silver Caledonis the plodding ghost god goes, the capital of southern Pictland nears, and the promise that there they would prove themselves in battle. Shrieks stiffened spines, as from woodland races, sword-studded battle lines of woad-covered faces. From his fortress at Kirkbuddow, Drustan sallies forth to die. His soldiers, all selvaggio, but however hard they try, they cannot halt the fury flow of Arthur sent from high, whose bold decapitations toss a crown to dryad earth, its subjects looking down. They dug Drustan from bleeding mound of lower brethren dead. A better ground for him was found buried beside his head, under an ornate tombstone carved to mark a royal bed. Dughnichan, 509. Pict-Slayer. Come raise a toast for kings of northern wars, whose bloody corpses rain ice washes clean, where Hwyl, that Perdifer's son of Cors, holds oak clud, stoic key to his demesne. The ghost god comes, then here their ride shall end. Come sound the battle drums, and let the lines extend. Our destinies are as the sun which rises at the dawning, unstoppable once we've begun our poor progress through life's morning, until when half our day is done, sudden, without warning, we found our brightest face begin to fade to death masks of a midnight's masquerade. But not yet Arthur, noble knight, another victory depicts him flight from his great might, for safer places flee, from Hwyl's head thrust on a spike for every king to see. Dumbarton, 510. Return to Camelot. With old-fashioned lyrical loveliness, Arthur embraced his queen on his return. Tearing apart her flimsy floral dress, he took her with the vernal heart of Herne. That night she crept to warm Sir Lancelot, and while her husband slept, undid their bridal knot. A message with the morning sun. The ranks of the Irish close on the city of the Legion. Arthur noticed as he rose, he was alone, but wars are won when focused. We oppose this threat encroaching slowly from the west. Fetch me my sword, my steed, my steely vest. The gorse god was assembled sharp, a sheepish Guinevere grabs nearest harp, her man did carp. Oh, where were you, my dear? My love, I writ a song for thee, beneath the bracken brier. Viraculum, 511. The city of the legion. Brecon of Brecon bears his Irish chest, and joins his brothers moving to the south. Those showy swordsmen of the outer west, heading for Severn waters and its mouth. A wall is reached of sinew, steel and shield. A wall that must be breached, Brythonic battlefield. Though Arthur's forces were a tenth of all that the Gaels did raise, he burst on them with skilful strength, blending with berserker craze. The Irish line of a log of length placed on a campfire blaze, whose centre snaps when faced with so much heat. With that shouts rise of desperate defeat. Those wild half-naked Galesmen fled, King Arthur stops pursuit, buries his dead, brought bread and said, we wait, being astute, for help from far Byzantium, the balance too acute. Caledon, 511. The Battle of Tribruit. Through common enemy and common aim, a soldier sent by Anastasius, Admiral Theodoric was his name, shall bolster the holy war of Arthur's, and fling dogs home, sons of pagan bitches, then triumph back to Rome with his hard-won riches. Lord Arthur washed his hands and feet at the altar of Llandaff, then marched his men beside the sweet rush waters of plume-like Taff, to where the three rushing rivers meet, there plunged in soil his staff, defiant as on rushed the enemy. The still point of a turning world stood he. Through hack and slash, through steam and spurt, he thrust the bloody track. Man full alert, immune to hurt, he pushed the Irish back to their boats, dismembered goats, divided, brooding black. Cardiff Bay, 512. Lancelot and Guinevere. More regions yield to Arthur's sceptre sway. St. Diffig crowns him king neath Llandaff's spire. The Cymry all united in a day, happy partners in a happy empire. Through Giftery, per stoic shores of force, and gentle foe his reign shall run long course. Young Medrot gambols round the court, Arthur his foster father, him sacred scriptures daily taught, but this young scamp would rather practice at sword play. Well, he fought other boys much older, and slaying one he pleaded innocent. 'Twas accident, Medrot knew different. He wandered into mountain hush, out collecting spiders, the gasp, groan, gush of lovers' rush, spying naked riders, the loins of Lancelot enqueened, squeezing apple ciders. Powys, 514. The Death of Lancelot. Things said on the road are heard in the grass. King Arthur broods upon his rough disgrace. Such scandal here shall never come to pass, and of this deep betrayal leave no trace. But first I must I? Yes, I must see her breasts of devil lust, her nest of treachery. The next time Guinevere steps took on love's illicit meeting, for Lord was she out to that nook by yew trees and ewes bleating. There gave she Lancelot that look, 'twas all but fleeting, as Arthur watched on faces grey as ash, then by gruff guards arrested in a flash. In agony, his best knight died, whose blood did gloop and gush. Come back to bed, naught shall be said. He died in an ambush, and shall be buried honourably. Her hopes, her heart, her crush. Powys, 514.